Hello everybody, this is FC7, and today I'm going to take a break from my current project, which is editing the Ranger Epic 1.5 video, to bring you something really awesome. This is going back to my roots as a Necromancer, the solo game, and yesterday one of my subscribers posted a suggestion on solo spots. Here we are in Brothers Island. He said to go to the middle and use the spell Remote Sphere of Decay, and you can grab a bunch of mobs, circle around the sphere, and it'll bring them down quickly, which is what I'm going to demonstrate, because as soon as I saw that, I decided to give it a try. So here we are in Brothers Island, and we will aggro kite a few for a second. This is using the AA spell Encroaching Darkness. It's the instant cast snare. And as you can see, they're very resistful. This is actually pretty rare. Usually you get the snare to stay on the first cast, but here I was having a couple of issues. So we'll put our sphere down. And the tactic is just to kite them around the sphere. It'll be a skull. And as you can see, I've already cleared out the area here. So breaking the camp is a little bit difficult, but once you have the camp broken, you can easily catch all these mobs as they spawn. Here we'll grab this bird. So as you can see, I have 3 monkeys and 1 bird. Put the sphere down. And I was surprised that this spell does this much damage, because the other aura that we have, Echo of Disillusion, doesn't do anywhere near as much damage as this. And these mobs aren't particularly high level, but they are within, enough to con blue to me at 105, so they do give quite a bit of experience. So make sure not to use Echo of Disillusion. Use Remote Sphere of Decay if you're going to attempt this. And as you can see, I have my alt army over here, but they're not doing anything except soaking experience. I was unable to get a good reading on how much solo experience this is, because I did have my other alts in my group. So I assume it's a lot. And here I'll show you on the extended target window exactly how fast that the health drops. Keep in mind that I have a rank 3 of this spell, but I don't think it makes too much of a difference if you're using rank 1 or 2. I found their health to go down about 4 or 5% per tick, and a tick is 6 seconds. So that's a lot actually, compared to just single kiting these mobs or root rotting. So I imagine if you grab a bunch of these guys, like maybe 10 at once, I would be able to handle it, but I've only had a day to work on this particular solo spot. So like I said, I haven't spent too much time with this particular solo spot. I spent maybe an hour here yesterday, an hour and a half maybe, before raid time. And in that time, my alts got quite a bit of experience. So I think if somebody was able to spend more time with this technique and refine it, this could rival any kind of solo experience you get from doing heroic adventures. It's really kind of an advanced technique that a lot of beginner necros or alt necros may have a lot of trouble with. The main problem would be the amount of mobs in the zone and the amount of mobs in this particular area. The density is very high, which is a good and a bad thing. Bad thing because you get a lot of social aggro, like these birds will aggro the monkeys and vice versa. Also, some necros still use the regular spell for snare. I actually had a necro in one of my one of my videos where I explain my spell lineup, he's like, well, why isn't your level 104 snare there? I use it all the time. And I was trying to explain to him, well, our AA snare is better, but he just wouldn't have it. This is the kind of situation where you need it, where you can get aggro and you don't have time to sit there and cast a 2-second spell. So, a lot of Necros won't be able to do this, but if you can get it down, it's worthwhile. One last thing about this camp, you also get a lot of drops that are worthwhile to sell in the bazaar. I got quite a few relic fragments and briny essences that are actually useful compared to if you were to just solo in a Gribbles. So here I'm just showing an example of the amount of alternate advancement points I got from doing this. And a big thank you to the person who suggested this camp, Joshua Birch. It's really helpful to have out-of-the-box thinking like this to help the Necromancer class push into the next decade and continue to make the class one of the best classes, or actually, in my opinion, the best class in the game. So, any questions or comments on this camp? Maybe you've done it yourself, leave them below. Everybody have a fantastic weekend, and that's it for me for now. Bye.